Okay. We're just about ready, huh? Oh, big old stretch. Happy Saturday, guys. Dude. Oh, big old stretch, man. What are you nervous about, man? What are you nervous about, man? What are you nervous about? Nothing to be nervous about at all, dude. Make sure to smash that like button, please and thank you, as you guys are tuning in. Remember, YouTube is all about the clicks, all about the likes, and all about the vibes. So please and thank you, hit that like button for us as you're tuning in. Helps us out a lot. But happy Saturday, man. Welcome back to YouTube, man. We've been on a kick this whole week. We've been streaming on Kick, one of the new streaming platforms. They offered us a partner account to start trying streams on there, and it's been really cool. And number of the community members have been already rolling through, and we'll be talking about Kick a lot over the course of like the foreseeable future on like videos and live streams here on the channel. You know, because it's very cool. I think it's got a lot of great potential for it. And I think it's a really good in tandem with my YouTube stuff, you know. But we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Lots to talk about today, man. I want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to talk about the channel. I want to talk about Kick. I want to talk about tournaments. Speaking of, I want to run a tournament today after the stream, so make sure to get if you already haven't, get your channel member on, become a kaiba man. Make sure you're on the duelist tier, the duelist tier. Upgrade to duelist tier if you already haven't, so we can get those tournaments going. So we're rolling those tournaments, man. I want to see you guys getting into some action here. But dude, it's been a crazy time. I'll be very honest. It's been a crazy time having the baby and being super busy, and it's nice to kind of be able to sit down in the day and stream. I've been wanting to stream during the day for a bit, but we've been like stuck to the night times, which is fine. I don't mind the night times. They're all good. They're good. Hope you guys don't mind the nighttime streams. Oops, sorry. Are you good? I have no idea. You gotta check your thing. How do you check your tier on here? I don't remember. You remember how to check your tier? On I'll change my camera filters a little bit here. That's a little better. Probably, yeah. Click on see perks, probably. Jagos, dude, what's up, brother? How have you been? He says, I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Last year and haven't been able to keep up due to working 6 days most weeks. I just don't have the mental energy to follow its new techs and the comp scene anymore. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of work keeping up with Yu-Gi-Oh! It really is. It's a lot of work. It really is. Which is honestly, I think, something I want to talk about today as a way we can kind of circumvent that as a community. For those that are like having a hard time keeping up with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And player modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I really want to dive into retro formats this year with you guys, because I know a lot of my friends also, like, they're like, man, I'm tired of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm tired of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! This game sucks. Like, it's so frustrating, or it's so sacky, or it's too complicated, or it's too expensive, whatever the excuse is. You know, I get it. You know, I definitely understand, and I think a good solution to an alternative to that are the retro formats. To play old Yu-Gi-Oh! To play it with simpler times, easier times. You just build a deck and you're set to play that format forever, right? I think it's kind of a cool thing. Speaking of, they're doing like a massive like Edison tournament this weekend, right? Say basic. Okay, so you want it to say duelist. You want to hit the upgrade to duelist tier. Upgrade to duelist tier. Brother. Brother. Synchron.
At Synchron Explorer 420 has become a Caberman. At Synchron Explorer 420 celebrates 23 months of membership. Almost 2 years, man. So happy to be supporting you.
Dang, dude. Get some love in the chat for this guy. 23 months, man. I want to go in and hit some emotes too, brother. Damn. 23 months, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. How do you upgrade? Let's try. Let me pull up my... Okay, so click see. I'm looking at it right now on my phone on someone else's channel. So click see perks. Click see perks, and then it should say right on the right there, upgrade. And then you scroll down and click Kaiba Duelist tier. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But yeah, Synchron, thank you so much for the 23-month membership resub, dude. Huge, man. Thanks, dude. Also, been super cool seeing you on Kick the other day too, man. Appreciate you. You're sweet. Sweet dude. Sweet dude. Jay Ghost, brother. Brother.
At Ghost 11 has become a Caberman.
Brother. Dude, thank you so much, man. Jago's becoming a Kaiba Duelist here. Usually we get to sign a card for him too. He gets a Kaiba Man. He gets his Kaiba Man signed card for joining up. Dude, thank you so much, man. Guys, get some love in the chat for Jago's here with that Duelist tier. Dude, thank you so much, man. Let's sign this Kaiba Man, dude. Let's see here. It should be on this screen, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and sign your Kaiba Man for you, brother. Anyone who becomes a duelist here, you get a signed Kaiba Man as a thanks. T-Dog upgrading as well, bro. Brother, thank you so much, man.
Thunderscourt Dog has become a Caberman.
T-Dog, thank you so much, man. Alright, Jay goes. T-Dog, you get a Kaiba Man upgrade too, man. Let's go, brother. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you guys so much for those Kaiba Man Duelist tiers. Holy smokes. I'll be sending those out to you guys on Monday. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. Larry in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing today, man? Make sure to hit that like button, please, and thank you guys as you are tuning into the stream. It helps us out so much. YouTube loves the like button. Always grinding, always taking care of your community. Man, that's the spirit right there, man. I mean, that's important. It's important. It's very important. I agree. I agree. I love the community. I love the audience. I do have so much to help to take care and like provide value out here to the audience, you know, as best as I can within my means. I really want to check this out today as well. I haven't opened this yet. Pepsi sent me this. I think there's like multiples of them in here because it's like super stuffed. So I want to check this out in a little bit and see all the cards in there. Especially those like common mold charmies, man. I bet they look so wild. But okay. First things first though. I want to ask, I'm curious, what is your guys' opinion so far of Kick? What is you guys' opinion so far of the streams over on Kick? Lay it on me. Could be as honest as possible. The stream today, we're just going to be talking about a lot of different things relating to the channel, to Yu-Gi-Oh, to streaming in general, to content, to differences and changes to the content, because I will be changing my content focus this year on the channel a little bit. Cyber says, to be honest, don't hate and don't love at the same time. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I honestly I think it's like a nice, it has a lot of potential. I think it's a really nice middle ground between the two titans in the industry, being Twitch and the other being YouTube. And with like a lot of the issues that Twitch has gotten into in the last couple years, especially in 2025, the platform has been deteriorating a lot. It's very apparent in the way that like things have been going. I like some parts of Twitch, and then I don't like some parts of Twitch. You know, like it's like a love-hate relationship I have with that platform. There's like some features there that are just like absolutely top tier and like, man, so good. And then there's like features that are just mirrored everywhere else that like, okay, you know. And I think Kick's doing a really good job of like mirroring a lot of that. I mean, they've got raids and hosting just like Twitch does, but YouTube doesn't have. They've got emotes like out the wazoo. I mean, we have 120 emote slots on Kick. That's crazy. And we didn't have to do anything for it. They just gave it to us, right? That's bananas. So I mean, there's like, yeah, the T-Dog makes a very good point. There's no ads, right? That's another thing I really like too, is there's no ads on the platform. And another thing I really like about streaming live on YouTube is obviously there's ads on YouTube, but I as the streamer have the power to disable them whenever I want to while I'm live. And for the most part, I keep them off for you guys as much as humanly possible, you know, because I want you guys to have the like most uninterrupted experience possible while hanging out here, because, you know, live streaming is fun. It's something special that people take the time out to come and do with the creator, and the creator with the audience. Why have that interrupted by like 5 minutes of ads, right? Like, it's crazy. So you like I'm glad you pointed that out, because that was a big attraction for me. Jazz says better than Twitch, that's for sure. I like the potential for growth on there since the stuff you stream has next to zero competition. That is a big one. None of the categories that I played on there have like any competition whatsoever. It's like very minimal, if anything. So that's kind of interesting. Cyber says, I hate when you send a live chat on Discord, it makes me sign again, but let me automatically log in when I go straight to the app. Wait, what do you mean? Like when you click it, it makes you log in again? Enlighten me on that one. Jago says, I want to sign up. Do you want to talk Star Wars news? We can talk some Star Wars news in a little bit, sure. Especially the one about Kathleen Kennedy. We can talk about that later, absolutely. But yeah, the big topics I want to talk about today in the stream are some of them are directly related to Yu-Gi-Oh itself, and some other stuff like other what's the word, IPs, I guess. I don't know. Where should we start first? I guess I think the first thing we should start with is just with Yu-Gi-Oh itself. I really want to give my like honest opinion about Yu-Gi-Oh and where my headspace is at surrounding Yu-Gi-Oh. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is in a very, very tumultuous spot, to be very frank. I see that across the board, a lot of people have been dropping off of the game, have been not playing as much. I don't know if it's a format thing or just burnout in the game in general. I know some people just blame it on bad product design because 2025 just has so many just duds. Like pretty much every product in Yu-Gi-Oh last year was just terrible, like not desirable to touch for anybody. And that's not a good thing at all, right? That's not fun. That's not a great look and feel. So like I want to talk about that today because the way that Yu-Gi-Oh is looking has been on my brain for a while and has honestly been kind of wanting me to shift my focus a little bit, not entirely, but just like a little bit. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's my favorite thing of all time in the history of everything. Next to Star Wars and Zelda and Pokemon and everything else I love, but Yu-Gi-Oh! is my favorite. Always has been. And it really hurts my heart to see Yu-Gi-Oh! In such a bad spot. And to see Konami just, at least on the TCG side, I mean, the game is flourishing in the OCG. It's great. Like, it's huge over there. You know, it's just a different world, right? And it really pains me to see like the TCG side of it is just so poorly mismanaged in comparison, and then more specifically the North American side, because the European management of the game is a lot better than it is over in North America. So it's like you have all these like different versions of Yu-Gi-Oh! It feels like, and it's frustrating to say the least. Pepsi, what's up, brother? How's it going, dude? Happy Saturday, dude. Guys, make sure to like the stream as you're tuning in, please, and thank you. And of course, give me your honest opinions too about Yu-Gi-Oh! In the chat. What are you feeling? How have you been feeling about the game? What, as a player, as a collector? Maybe you're interested in more like old Yu-Gi-Oh! Than modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know. Seriously, let me know, guys. While I'm talking off. But like, yeah, so it's been something that's been on my radar since like after Rarity Collection 4, because since after Rarity Collection 4 last year, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just kind of like took a nosedive. Like viewership went super down across the platform, not just for me, but like most everybody I know that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator has had some like fall offs because the game has just been so poor. So I do kind of like see where people are coming from on this like front of, I don't know where Yu-Gi-Oh! Is gonna go. I don't know what the future is like. Is it gonna last for, you know, X amount more years, or for, you know what I mean? Like, where's Yu-Gi-Oh!'s trajectory? Because all these other games seem to be taking over the trading card space more so, like One Piece, Pokemon, like they're just really taking over. And a lot of people are like leaving to go to these games, but like, I don't know. I guess it's like a number of pieces to that puzzle, right? Part of it is a lot of people play these other games because they're more affordable. Most other card games are extremely inexpensive to jump into and play. Another thing that people, you know, play other games for is for prize support. You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh's is definitely the worst by a mile. But like for me, that I don't care about prize support. You know, that to me that's irrelevant. I don't think it's about playing. I don't think people should be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! To like farm and make tens of thousands of dollars winning tournaments. I don't think that should be a thing. I don't think that's the spirit of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Personally, I would prefer that they made better prize cards like they used to back in the day. Stuff like Crush Card and Gold Sark and Dark End Dragon. Like these cards that are like really crazy strong. And if you do win a YCS and get these cards, like you have a huge advantage when you have them in your deck if you choose to open it out of the case, right? But like that's my personal like take on it with prize cards. But like in terms of like giving money and like these other things, like whatever, like it's silly. they could very easily fix prize support by just giving like alternate art cards, like they've been trying to do with the stamped versions of like Veilers and Card Troopers and Blue Eyes and things. That's great. That's a great step. But they can definitely make like alternate artworks of cards that are exclusive to a YCS winner or a YCS topper, etc. I think it's kind of neat how this year they said that they're going to allow people who win a YCS to get a giant card custom made just for them, and only one person can ever make that giant card. I think that's cool. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, prizing for me, I think is like the lowest on the totem pole for Yu-Gi-Oh. And for me personally, as a creator and as a player and a collector, like I'm all of it. You guys know the channel. I do as much with Yu-Gi-Oh as I possibly can. I don't just play the game. I showcase the products. I open everything. I give you guys advice on the cards. I show you how to collect cards from time to time, and it's one of the things I really want to say that is going to change this year is I'm going to not really focus on opening up Yu-Gi-Oh product much, if at all. To me, it's been a monumental task of like getting everything, opening everything, and then having to like, get rid of the cards, like move them, sell them, trade them, etc. And I just get stuck with all this stuff. And it's like, I'm not in a position to be constantly opening up cases of everything when most of the products just suck and no one wants anything out of them. So you just get stuck with everything. And it's like, bro, it sucks, and I feel so bad for like the bigger box stores, and the OTSs and the locals and stuff that like buy all this stuff and then get stuck with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars of product, and it just burns a hole in your pocket, right? And it's like, that's a big problem with Yu-Gi-Oh. And for me personally, like I run a store. I have an online store. Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards is my living. Between my content creation on YouTube and the work that I do on Kick, Yu-Gi-Oh cards is my living. I've got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of cards that I'm constantly like rotating and listing through my store, and like this is what I do. So like for me, it's like it's very frustrating to like see product that's so undesirable, not just like one or two things in a year, but like almost an entire year's worth, right? And I'm gonna catch up with the chat as well, so keep getting your opinions out about Yu-Gi-Oh in the chat, please. Be honest, as honest as you want, for sure. Just let your opinions out about Yu-Gi-Oh, whether they're good or bad. This is just a free discussion. But for me, that's a big thing. And my channel was originally founded on opening product and opening packs and like opening retro packs, like not actually retro packs themselves, but like old school products to start. And it was fun. It's great. I enjoy ripping open packs and stuff. Like I said, it's just like right now with the way Yu-Gi-Oh's been with the product design, it's just not economically sound. I just don't want to do it until product looks really, really cool again, and makes sense to open up. And for me, the product that right now makes the most sense that I will be waiting to showcase on the channel will be Rarity Collection 5. That, because the overframe cards, the full arts, like that's a great thing I want to talk about today as well, is the full art cards. But we'll get to that in a little while. But anyways, so yeah, that's one thing that's going to change about my channel this year is don't expect to see me ripping packs and boxes and cases of products really at all. Very, very rarely, man, unless I just like happen to acquire it in like a deal or like a collection or something or whatever. Or if it's like a new set that I actually really have an interest in, like Rarity Collection 5. But otherwise, like I'm just not going to keep rotating through all the sets because it's just, I'll be honest, man, it's burning thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking dollars out of my pocket over the last couple years. And and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh just needs to make more desirable cards, So that's one thing I want to like really like lay out on the table, because I know a lot of people that watch this channel enjoy the pack openings, enjoy me showing like my collectible stuff, like collecting cards and things like that, and chasing certain cards. And man, it's fun. I tell you, it's fun. But it's just like, when you go and spend like $1,000 on product, and then it's just like almost impossible to move the product afterwards, or the cards, in them. It's just like, what are we doing, right? So that's just like one of the like big things on my mind that I've been wanting to kind of like mull over and talk about with the community. Another thing about the channel that I want to talk about is just about like Yu-Gi-Oh itself as a game. I honestly I think Yu-Gi-Oh is in a weird place for card game design. But that's not going to deter me from playing it. I want to play it a lot. Like I actually miss playing it. I haven't played since before my baby was born. So this has been in November. I haven't played a single duel since. And I want to play a lot. Like I would like to start going to locals again once I have the ability to do so. I know a lot of people really wanted me to do POV videos, like shooting me playing Blue Eyes and, you know, taking down the competition from my perspective. I'm all for that. I think stuff like that's kind of fun. I want to play the game a lot, and like showcase the game as much as I can, in tandem with like my other interests that I have. We'll talk about what my other interests are in a little bit here. Let me catch up with the chat though before we start keep cruising in. So I'm gonna scroll up here. Let's see here. Yeah, T-Dog says everything but Justice Hunter was bad. Absolutely. There's Pepsi. Structure decks were all right too. Yeah, the structure decks were okay. This one, we'll take a look at this one today. Thanks to Pepsi, actually sent these over to us. We're gonna take a look at those on the stream. Justina, good to see you. Justina says I got into Yu-Gi-Oh right before Bonanza came out. I mostly just collect. I like new prints of old cards. That's what I like to collect. I would love to play, but I don't know anyone to play with. Well, I would say one thing. Well, actually, we'll touch on that actually in just a second here. So that's actually a really good point, Justina. And actually, I have a way to fix that. So just a minute, we'll get to that point. Cyber says, I just hate that I have to log. Okay, that's something different. T-Doc says, I like a lot of what they're trying to do with Genesis and recent balancing, thinking emergency ban list, but with product being bad in most cases, it makes you wonder if it's too little too late. Yeah, that is a very interesting point for sure. Is it too little too late, right? We'll see. You know, we'll see. That's another topic I want to, like I said, the overframe cards. I want to talk about that as well in a little bit. Jago says a couple of card shops near me dropped Yu-Gi-Oh as far as new product and only have trade/sales of singles. Konami really doesn't allow their official stores to customize their bulk buys in that. Yeah, that's a big problem, right? When you have a bunch of stores dropping out of buying products, like you can't then provide product to your community to then continue to support Yu-Gi-Oh there, right? If you're only buying and selling singles all the time, there's only so much you can do in a small market, right? Unless you're like at Frank & Sons in California where you just see billions of people a year. You can rotate cards like nobody's business. But if you're in a small like area and like your only community for cards is your card shop, and it's your like regular players, like those you're not going to see a bunch of cards in volume, right? That business model doesn't work. You have to have product. You have to have product to ingest into your audience for them to open up and then either keep for themselves or trade back to the store, so the store has inventory for their player base, right? That's kind of the like the bipartite, like the kind of dichotomy relationship that an OTS has with players. But with how product is, that's not, if you don't want to sell it, then you don't have that relationship, right? And then people are going to either stop playing or they're going to go elsewhere, and that's just not good for anybody, right? So yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not good for the smaller shops for sure. Pep says, I had a dream last night. It was that you had a Fiendsmith tracked. Trying to get your Fiendsmith stuff on. Your store still has a bunch of the structure decks. Which one? The branded one? The branded structure? Cyber says, I care about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is able to be played with all you guys. So there you go. That's a good one. You know, for a lot of people, Yu-Gi-Oh! is like community. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is friendship. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is relationships. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like just being able to have a good time sitting down with your friends, right? That's, for me, has always been the biggest part about why I've loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has brought me some of the like closest and best friends of my life that still to this day are my best friends. And I am so appreciative of that. And it has also given me the opportunity to start a YouTube channel and to start an online store and to like provide for my family. you know, and that's really, 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 really cool. I mean, it's like, I can't say that I've done that with like any other card game before. So I mean, it's really special. And those relationships I cherish immensely. And I also just love seeing you guys and the community and your guys' excitement and your transparency with stuff, and it's really, really good. If you get a hold of a Burst Protocol box, you may send one my way. Dude, that would be so cool, man. I'd be happy to open a Burst Protocol box on this channel, dude. Absolutely. Now, that was actually one thing I did a few times before. I was able to open up like some product for people, like for some of my Patreon subscribers, because I was able to order product for them from like distributors for like cheap. And then also I was able to open some stuff for friends that just like bought like cases and cases of product, and they just said, hey, yo, just take it and just stream and open it, and I don't care, just give me the cards afterwards. But it was fun. Like, I'll happily open product for people. If you want to donate product to the channel for videos, I'm also super okay with that. I have a PO box down in all the videos descriptions. And some people do send gifts from time to time. Actually, Larry was in the stream earlier. He has sent me shit. I want to say probably anywhere from like 6 to 8 booster boxes and like retro products and stuff for the channel in the time that we've been on here. So like, that's super nice, man. Super nice. Jago says, I agree that the gameplay itself is unique, but they need to figure out how to have better and more diverse formats or other things to mix up the gameplay. Yeah. The 5Ds ones. I'm glad your local Yu-Gi-Oh community is super healthy, and it doesn't look like my store is planning on stopping and selling anytime soon. That's good. See, not every place is affected by it. There's some places where it doesn't even matter. Like, people are still going in. So that's good. That's good. But yeah, to your point, Justina, saying like, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I have nowhere to play. I don't want to play with. We are actually starting a, like, I guess you want to call it a Yu-Gi-Oh locals community here on the channel. We're going to be utilizing my Discord server, and for those that are on the my channel membership tiers, the Duelist tier, which is just $5 a month, you get access to a tournament series that we're launching, where we're going to be doing a lot of tournaments each month, where you can win cash prizes, prize cards, play mats, like a whole bunch of stuff. And we'll keep track of like the points of people playing in the events, and then there's going to be a leaderboard, and after the end of every season we'll have cool prizes that go to the top duelists in the leaderboard as well. But if you just want to play and don't want to be in the tournaments, or not have the ability to become a member, you could always get gifted a membership by someone in the community, or you can still just come join in the Discord and ask people to duel. We have people that just get together in the Discord and just duel and play together frequently. They'll hop on like Dueling Book or Omega, or a lot of people in the community play remote duels, where you have like your little webcam and you just duel each other over a Discord call. It's really fun. So yeah, that's one thing that like I really wanted to kind of focus on for the community, is like having a place to play outside of your locals. I know a lot of people don't have a locals near them, or their locals is not doing Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, or they're just too busy now with like school or children or whatever, so they can't make it to the one day that like the locals is going on at the store. So, you know, I kind of want to have the ability to provide that experience for the community here. And we did a test pilot of it before. I think this last summer we did a test pilot of it in our Discord, and we were able to run like, oh gosh, I don't know, I think like 2 months straight of Saturday afternoon tournaments with like anywhere from 8 to 15 players. And then I would jump in and play from time to time as well when I was able to sit down and play. And it was really, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. The duelists enjoyed it a lot, and it was a great proof of concept for us to bring to the community. So we're going to be opening that up. The first tournament, we're going to host the official first tournament this next Saturday, but we're going to have one today after the stream in the Discord. Everyone that's just available to play can just hop in and join in and play. Just like a little pickup tournament. But our official inaugural Devastator Squad tournament will be this next Saturday. And then keep your eyes on my community tab on YouTube and also in our Discord server. Highly recommend joining the Discord to just not only be a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh experience, but also just to be a part of the community at large in general. That's where most of our like dedicated fan base has been moving towards, is like being in the Discord to interact and to you know, talk about the content and things like that. If anyone in the chat needs a Discord link, let me know. I can drop it in the chat. There's also on my YouTube page. Like if you go to my profile, you can just click the Discord link there as well. Pretty easy to find. I think they're also in the descriptions of videos and stuff. Okay, let me check the chat here. Let's see here. Walk through how to upgrade the tier, please. You just click go on the mobile, and also make sure to smash the like button, please, and thank you, chat, as you're joining into the stream. Please hit that like button for us. It's a huge help for us. So to upgrade your tier, go to like underneath the stream title, it'll say see perks. And then if you scroll scroll a little bit and you see it says upgrade next to your name, you click upgrade and then you scroll down to the bottom and then click change level to duelist tier. That's how you would upgrade if you were on the tier 1. No, it should work. YouTube finally fixed all the iPhone bugs. Like, gosh, 3 or 4 months ago they did. They fixed all the iPhone bugs with members on live streams, because there was a number of like just problems, like people couldn't subscribe or like change tiers or gift or anything. They could only super chat. And when I was in a YouTube partner meeting like 3 or 4 months ago, that was one of the things they talked about. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're rolling that out. It's all the Apple users are gonna be able to work now." Still not showing for you? So if you click the see perks. So if you look under the what's it called? Right under it's right under the stream title. You just see there's a thing that says see perks. It's literally right next to my profile picture. You click that, and it should bring you to like another page that shows you all of the like membership details. And then right next to your membership, it'll say upgrade, and you'll click that. And then you'll just scroll down that page, because it'll show you all of the membership tiers. So you'll scroll down to the bottom and click duelist, and it should upgrade you. And that works on PC and both Android and Apple. We've tested. People have tested it on both. I mean, it was never a problem on Android to begin with. There you go. You did it. You did it. You did it.
At Cybers 22 has
get some love in the chat for this man, dude. Thank you so much, brother. All right, let me sign you a kaiba man too. We'll sign you a kaiba man. People like join our channel members that become duelist tiers. They get assigned ultra rare kaiba man as a thank you for becoming a member, as well as getting access to all of the badges, emotes, and the tournaments. So let's get some love in the chat for Cybers upgrading his tier to the Kaiba Man Duelist tier, man. So let's go ahead and sign him his Kaiba Man. 3 signed Kaiba Mans today already on stream. That's crazy, man. I think that's our current record of most we've ever signed in one stream was 3. Dude, I wonder if we can beat that today. Wonder if we can beat that. Go for a 4th one, man. Shoot. Thanks, guys. And if for some if it's still giving problems on the iPhone, please let me know. If any of you guys are using iPhones or having problems with anything on the live streams, because I can relay that information right over to my community manager. Because being a partner on places like YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and stuff, you have access to like specific people in the like business or entity or whatever you want to call it that you can just reach out to and get like support with on like anything. So they told me that all the Apple stuff should be fixed. So if it's not fixed, then clearly not. I will actually talk to them. I have a meeting with them next week actually, so I'll just tell them in my meeting like, yo, what's up? But yeah, glad it worked for you on the tablet, man. Glad it worked for you on the tablet. Sona's here. Holy moly. Hello, Sona. Okay, Jazz, on yours, where those 3 little like dots are, no, that's where it should be. That's never mind. It's not there. It should be right there. The word upgrade should be literally right next to those dots. So yeah, I'll just have to do it on your computer. Good to know though, guys. Thanks for giving the feedback about the Apple stuff. Yeah, I'll reach out to, like I said, I'll reach out to the community managers and tell them like, hey, yo, fix it, because it's, I'm sure I'm not the first to report that. I'm sure they've gotten millions of people saying, hey man, I can't do stuff on live streams with my iPhone. I mean, it kind of is important, right, to be able to have fixed, because like, it's revenue, not just for the streamer, but it's revenue for YouTube, man. So Sona streamed for 3 minutes yesterday. Sona streamed yesterday? Really? Sona, you streamed? I didn't get no notification you streamed. Sometimes on mobile, when chat is subscriber only, it doesn't detect that I'm sub, but just your stream, but yours, even videos, I believe. I even tried to... Should I just take off subscriber only? That's another bug I've noticed lately. When it happened a little bit before I went on my break. Like there's like a subscriber only thing, and someone sent me a Synchron. I think it was Synchron. He sent me a screenshot that said like, "Bro, I'm subscribed." It says I can't chat in your chat. Like what the hell? So I'll bring that up too as another like issue. So let me I'm gonna write all this down, dude, in my like notes for my meeting next week. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. But also, yeah, let me see if we can turn off. I should be able to edit it in live time. Yeah, I can. Okay, so we'll go to anyone can chat. There we go. Save. Cool. All right. Hopefully that doesn't give you an error anymore. Hopefully that doesn't give you an error. Tell them to do better, YouTube. Man, I think YouTube has been like slacking on the live stream front. I think they're cooking up something in the background, and they might change in the future. I don't know, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah, with nothing major. What did you play? What did you do? Was it on Twitch? Were you streaming on Twitch? Pep says I'm gonna listen while playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm trying to get past gold in Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, get that grind on, man. Get that grind on. Cool. But sweet. Okay, so yeah, next thing I want to talk about, guys, we talked about that don't expect me to be opening up like product really on the channel for a while, because just I don't want to invest in Yu-Gi-Oh product right now because it's just been so poor. I really want to wait till something that like grabs my attention that I know will be good, like Rarity Collection 5, for example. So until then, Yeah, like I said, if I get like stuff here and there, like maybe someone sends me a box or sends me product, or like I said, if I acquire a collection, because I still do singles all the time. That's my primary thing that I do is singles through my my eBay. Sometimes I get sealed product in collections. It's very rare, but sometimes I do. But yeah, that's one of the big things. So anyways, the next thing I want to talk about, we talked about the tournaments as well, and providing a place for you guys to play via our Discord, and those will be available to the tournament series will be available specifically to our duelist tiers on the Kaiba Man. So channel member duelist tiers, you'll be able to play a tournament every single Saturday. To go at it for points for the leaderboard, and also to be able to every single week win prizes. I'll be giving away cards. I'll be giving away, when I have the ability to do so, packs and booster boxes, and absolutely cash. I'm more than happy to give away cash prizes to people that win the tournaments. And they'll just continue to like roll out, and I would like to also, once they grow, be able to add in more for the community. Because I am interested in showcasing and allowing you guys to be able to play whatever Yu-Gi-Oh you want to play. So 1 week it'll be modern, 1 week we could do Genesis, 1 week screw it, let's play Edison, right? Like I want you guys to be able to experience all the Yu-Gi-Oh that you like to play. So my goal at some point in this year is to be able to facilitate 2 or 3 tournaments a week across the Discord and stuff, so you guys can play like retro formats together and also play modern formats, and also Master Duel. We did a Master Duel tournament on my last stream before I went on my leave for my baby, and that was a blast. We had a bunch of duelists join in to play Master Duels, and like that was so cool, and everyone was like, yo, you gotta host Master Duel tournaments, man, those are super fun. So yeah, of course we could play a Master Duel tournaments. I mean, they're very, very easy to do, and those are much more accessible too, because it's very easy to access those on any device, right? But anyways, Yo Galactic, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? John, good to see you. What's going on? I wouldn't mind playing in for fun tournament today. Are you playing on Master Duel, Ignis, Dueling Book, Omega? So a lot of the duelists, I think, when we were talking about it before, they wanted to use Omega just because it has you don't have to worry about with ruling situations so much as you would with Dueling Book, since it's not automated at all and does not have anything programmed in. You would have to have more instances of ruling disputes. So to mitigate that, we wanted the best automated one, and Omega seems to be the most liked version of online Yu-Gi-Oh, because it looks and feels pretty similar to Master Duel. And it's also customizable for people that want to customize their like sleeves and backgrounds and cards and everything. But yeah, that's probably the one that I would say people would want to use the most, and also remote dueling. I know a lot of the duelists love remote dueling. I'm not saying that every tournament we run would be remote dueling, because that would be extremely even more like narrowed down for accessibility than it would be for someone to be able to play on like Omega, because Omega you can play on your phone, your tablet, and your PC / laptop. So that is a big that's one cool thing about Omega I like, is you can play it on your phone, you can play it on a tablet, you can play it on your computers, laptops, etc. So it's like you have more accessibility for players to be able to come in and join, similar to Master Duel. Whereas, like I said, remote dueling requires you to have physical cards, requires you to have a camera so you can show your field. But nonetheless, I will still host the occasional remote event, because I know a lot of people that have been around in the community for a while love remote dueling. So I absolutely want to support that for you guys, because I think I love it a lot too. I like being able to actually use my cards and play, it's fun. Even if it's over a camera, it's still great, right? Still get that fun vibe. Just finished work, walking home now, but on data, so we'll jump in, went home. Fair enough. You play Edison at a local nephew? Nice. What decks do you play in Edison? I'm a huge Edison fan. I love Edison. Edison's like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh. Cyber says now someone unlocked that tournament rooms on Discord. Yes, once you get the channel member duelist tier, and you link your YouTube to your Discord account, it'll give you the role in my server, and then it'll unlock all of the tournament stuff for you. So yes, good, you got it unlocked. Do you know if priority is programmed into Omega for Edison? I've never tried. I don't believe so. I have never played retro formats on Omega. I've only played modern, so I couldn't say. And if that's not the case, then if it's not on there and there's no way to add it on there, then if we do Edison or any format prior to Tengu back, I was trying to think, like, redo is actually like post priority removal because it's like post national season 2012. Yeah, anything Tengu back, we probably would have to either do remote dual paper cards or just do DB, you know, to not have to worry about the issue of like, oh, I summoned Gref for priority, you know, because I got bottomless, right? I need to help Chaz. That's great. That's great. You play a custom deck for Edison, Counter Fairies, Berserk Dragon, Skill Drain, Deck Devastation, hard to explain. Fair enough. Okay. I play... Hold on, I'll show you. As I trip on all my baby stuff. This is what this was my main deck for Edison right here. Good old GBs, brother. This is my main deck when I play. I've been playing Gladiator Beasts since they came out in 2007, 2008. It's my favorite deck of all time in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I like when I came back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again a few years ago, and I saw that like Edison was like super big. That's the first thing I did was I went into my binders and I pulled out all my GBs, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I can play these again, dude. Because they just been sitting in my binder since 2011. I haven't played GBs ever since, because they got power crept out of the game, like immensely. Like they were okay in the like first iteration of the Exceed format, like in Tengu. They're okay, but they're not like cracked. But then, you know, when Rescue Rabbit came out, you know, I was a Dino Rabbit player for the entirety of 2012 up to Abyss Rising. When Mermails came out, I switched to Mermails. But otherwise, yeah, I was a Dino Rabbit one trick dude, and I still have that deck too in my binders. And yeah, I love it. I love that deck so much. I would definitely want to like try to play some redo so I can dust off my Dino Rabbit deck, man. Because I'm telling you, dude. That was one of my favorite years of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Was 2012. That whole era was just so good. The wind-ups, the Insectors, the Light Sworns, the Dragon Chaos, the Dark Worlds, Dino Rabbit, Hero Beat. Like, there's just so many cool decks. And then also just kind of like muddied down version of decks from previous formats that are still playable, kind of, sort of. But then you got like Karakuris that are still okay. You have Yugioh if you play the redo one. Yeah, they have the Yugioh stuff, which is really good. Heroes, of course. There's so many ways to play Heroes back then. But you're the creator of the Dandy Warrior deck that won the Edison tournament? No way! Holy moly! That's amazing! That is so cool. I have always wanted to play that deck. I've always wanted to play that deck. The Quick Draw Dandy Warrior deck. I've always wanted to play it. I've just never put it together. But I remember playing against it all the time back then. A lot of my friends in California played that deck. Once it came out, you know. Once the sauce was spilled and everyone saw the deck, you know. Everyone started playing that, man. I remember it. Everyone wanted Lone Fires, Debris, Titanials. Everyone wanted all those cars, man. Quick draws. It was cool. I just remember it like it was yesterday. Like just that, like, because I was at Frankensons back in those days, and I just remember the like sheer volume of requests of people wanting plant stuff, like after that that Shonen Jump. And like that was so cool. It was so, I got so many people in my friend circle started playing plants and like versions of plants. You know, like one of the like coolest interactions I remember people like loving back then was just the simple super nimble Mega Hamster into Raikou. Like that was a huge thing. People loved that interaction. It was really cool. Yeah, plants are fun. That's such a cool strategy, especially like later on in the next year when you have like Doppel Warrior and you get you can play the Doppel Warrior plant deck. Like that deck was so cool. And then yeah, Tengu plant. Oh my gosh, the Tengu plant deck's nasty good. That's crazy. That's so cool. My hat is off to you for being here, for being the creator of those decks, because they're some of the most iconic decks of all time in the history of the game, and some of the most notable players took them to victories multiple times. You know, at the hands of Jeff Jones and Billy Brake. Amazing. That's amazing. You need to make a GOAT deck on Omega? Make the one I sent you. You got a GOAT deck in real life. Use that one on Omega. You wish you had a chance to play Mermail and Fire Fist? Oh, they were fun. Oh my gosh, they were fun. I like Fire Fist too because you could play Rescue Rabbit in the first version. It was you played what was his name? Ninkendog. Was a vanilla monster. It was like the highest vanilla monster Beast Warrior level 4 that existed, was Ninkendog, and you would use it so you could wrap it into the Tiger King, Fire Fist Tiger King, so you could search out Tensus and Tenkis. And if you could use his other effect to send them to blow up stuff, great. But it was just a turn 1 play to just consistency to get into Tensu, or if you're going second for a Tensu to get Gorilla or Bear to start clearing the board, or going first Tenki to search said pieces, right? I loved Fire Fist. I played a lot of Fire Fist. I played every version of Fire Fist. Every version of them. The 4-axis, the 3.5, the 3-axis. I played all of them. All of them. I love that. I love that deck. I still have my Fire Fist deck. Like Coat Soldier, Wolfbark. Man, that card was so good, dude. Wolfbark was like a tour guide, but from the graveyard for your Beast Warriors. You would just bring out like bears and like roosters and things. That deck was so cool. That deck was so cool. And then you had like, what was your other like super strong starter? It was Fire Fist, the level 3 Spirit. You summon the Spirit, it lets you special summon out the chicken. Or it was Rooster. They changed it to Rooster. But yeah, those were fun decks. Mermail was really cool. I played Mermail as well for ever. I played Mermail up until 2015, I want to say. 2015. Yeah, I played it for 3 years. Yeah, Pepsi's going to the 300th YCS. He sure is. Yeah. And yeah, that is when we met. Was that era. 2012 Yu-Gi-Oh! Going into 2013 Yu-Gi-Oh! That's when we met. Yes, sir. John says, I just recently learned about Edison format and your stream was recommended on my YouTube. That's awesome. Well, welcome in. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Yeah, I love the I haven't showcased any retro Yu-Gi-Oh formats on the channel at all, really. I've only really showcased Modern and Master Duel, and I've talked about retro though, and I've also, I opened some retro product in the past, but in terms of playing it, that's going to change though this year. I definitely want to showcase the old formats and play the old formats. I don't plan to like make a bunch of videos about Edison and redo and things like that. I just don't see the purpose. But I definitely want to like stream and like have tournaments for you guys and stream some of the matches and things like that, just to give people more places to play and have fun and interact, and from time to time maybe I'll drop a video or something. But yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about too, is so like the videos to expect on the channel for this year in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh are mostly just going to be stuff around like, the modern game, specifically like my Blue Eyes White Dragon journey. We got into Blue Eyes White Dragon last year. that's what got me back into playing Yu-Gi-Oh again, like on a kind of sort of competitive level. Was when my dad passed away, and I decided to build Blue Eyes White Dragon in his honor, because Blue Eyes was a really cool thing that he really liked in old Yu-Gi-Oh. My dad got me into Yu-Gi-Oh in 2002, so that's one of the main draws for me to play again, was to just honor him in his memory. So that's why I built the Blue Eyes. We had a really great run with it last year. Won a lot of tournaments, topped some big events. Got the VIP at YCS Houston. Sadly, was 1 point away from making day 2. But I had a blast. It was really, really fun to just go out and travel and meet some of the fans in the community there at the YCS. And I definitely want to go to a YCS this year. I'd like to go to nationals as well. And just I just want to play a lot again, and I want to play specifically my Blue Eyes. So like in terms of videos, I really want to showcase more stuff about my Blue Eyes deck and about my duels with Blue Eyes, my just strategies with Blue Eyes, the versions I'm gonna cook up, and also like how to beat certain decks with Blue Eyes. Can you beat certain strategies with Blue Eyes White Dragon? Kind of want to become like that Blue Eyes resource for players, because you guys know I got my Seto Kaiba jacket. I like to wear that a lot. I really want to like lean in more to my Kaiba man vibes, you know. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And then I also want to this is one of the things that has been on my mind for a while. I would say at least like 6 or 7 months, but before my paternity break. But it's like to do other things outside of Yu-Gi-Oh on my channel. This is one of the reasons why I reactivated my old Twitch, and also why I joined over on Kick when they said, "Hey, come on Kick, we'll give you a partner account just to start." Oh, sure, why not? Is to like go and experience and showcase other things that I love and enjoy outside of just specifically Yu-Gi-Oh. So like I love Zelda. You guys know I love Zelda, I love Metroid, I love Animal Crossing, I love most Nintendo things, and I love a lot of like really like cool big like franchises like Resident Evil, like some multiplayer stuff too. I still play like Marvel Rivals and things like that. But I would love to potentially like test pilot some extremes or even videos of like our Let's Play experiences on the channel during the course of this year, and just kind of see how they do. I'm interested in kind of diversifying my channel a little bit to become a little more on the variety side, as opposed to only completely 100% Yu-Gi-Oh. And that's just for like my concern with the longevity of Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know how long Yu-Gi-Oh will last, right? And this is what I, do for like my work. This is what I do for my living. I put everything I have into my content, into my card business and everything. So I want to make sure that like, obviously I want to push this as much as I can with Yu-Gi-Oh and let that be my forefront, but I also want to have like something cooking in the background just in case if Konami continues to neglect the game this year and like just says, oh yeah, we're done, like I want to make sure that I'm okay to like have something that I can pivot into and be okay with. So that is one thing I want to kind of like put into the radar, and that's been a really fun thing we've been doing so far on our first week on Kick. Has just been playing Zelda and Metroid, and it's been really, really fun. But I'm interested in test piloting some of that over here on YouTube as well. So I know there's a huge audience for that type of stuff on this platform, and there's great overlap with Yu-Gi-Oh. Speaking of though, in terms of gaming in Yu-Gi-Oh, I actually the first thing I want to test pilot for games in Yu-Gi-Oh is a playthrough of the trading card game shop simulator. It's like this game on Steam where you just basically like try to like open up your own card store, and you run a card business, and I have it modded out literally entirely to be Yu-Gi-Oh. Everything in it is Yu-Gi-Oh. So I think that would be really, really fun for us to kind of just like sit down and vibe, once a week or something, and just build a shop as a community and just mess around on there with Yu-Gi-Oh on a TCG simulator. Because I would love to have a shop one day myself, like a physical location one day. That'd be so cool. But yeah, Toki, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, dude? Toki's a guy, a creator we just met this week, streaming over on Kick. He's a great guy. He's a dad as well. Loves all of the like cool stuff that we enjoy as well. Like very similar interests and tastes, and he's just a good personality, great people. Definitely give him a subscribe. He streams on YouTube and on Kick. Give him a subscribe. He's currently playing through Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the first time, which is one of my favorite games ever made. So it's kind of fun watching someone play for the first time, even like all these years later. The game came out in like 1998. So it's so cool to see someone still to this day, like almost 30 years later, you know, playing it for the first time. John says, how do you feel about power creep in Modern, like Yummy and the recent Full Art Blue Eyes cards? So I think power creep in Yu-Gi-Oh! Really got out of hand. That's just a great topic. Actually, I would love all you guys that are Yu-Gi-Oh! Players to let me know in the chat. What's your thoughts on power creep? When you do you think power creep is like is like inevitable but card design, or should it be dialed back? Should they like try and remove it? When did it start? You know, things like that. Let me know your opinions in the chat, please. But also make sure to like the stream, please, and thank you guys for tuning in, guys. It helps us out a lot. Hit that like button for us. It's always a big thing for us, hitting that like. Yeah, for me, in terms of power creep, I think the power creep of Modern is absurd. In all honesty, and I think it really got that way in the Pendulum era of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think when the Pendulum mechanic really busted open the gates for combo decks to do more than they were doing already prior. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't necessarily this whole like build a board and break it mentality until Pendulum era. You know, like even thinking back, like in Ruler, like Dragon Ruler format, Hat format, like yeah, you had boards and stuff, but it wasn't like 5 negates and like you can't play. Like your entire hand is negated. Everything that you do is loses, right? And then I also have like million hand traps to back it up. That just wasn't the playstyle of Yu-Gi-Oh! It just had more hurdles to get through because the card design was like higher. But like the quality of the card wasn't like what they were once they started printing stuff like the Draco Slayers, dude, and the Performapal cards and the Performages, like stuff like that was just unbelievable high quality of cards. And putting it in tandem with that like Pendulum mechanic, it was absurd. And that's in my, because I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. That's when I remember the first like build a board and lose became like the prevalent way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! was in the Pendulum era, and it never changed. Like that Konami just kind of like continued to design archetypes to do that forever, and that's just what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. It's been like that since for like the last decade. That's been the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been designed, and I think the power creep is out of control. There's no reason why they need to constantly try to re-innovate and one-up the next level of stuff that they just had created. Sometimes they don't. Not every deck that they make is good. Not every archetype they do. Like, look at the current set with Eniacraft, Killtune, and Hecahands. None of those decks are that great. They're okay, but in comparison to Malice, Ryziel, and the 3 from Justice Hunters, they're monkey decks. They're nowhere close. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. But that's a good thing. Like, and it means they're kind of like figuring out they need to dial back more because, yeah, like some of this stuff is just out of control. Like, there's no reason. For me, one of the big problems I have with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Card design is just there's no, there's like almost little to no restrictive play. Like when you get into the decks like Yummy, for example, there is literally no reason why that archetype should perfectly mesh with Mitsurugi. And also Pendulum cards, and also like all these other different things that people try. You can even play Yummy with freaking Canine and stuff too if you wanted to. Like there's no limitations. Nothing in these decks like limit you. So like if you were locked into level 1 Light Beast, or if you were locked into Light Beast, then great. The deck is still really strong and can perform and be a top deck. But there's no reason the deck should be bridging into full Mitsurugi combos and ending on all these Omni Negates plus Floodgates like Fossil Dynapacocephalo and D-Fissure and Solemn Judgments, and then also be ending on some decks playing the barrier statues because you could literally search it with Gallant Granite if you're playing the the Onomatopoeia cards. And then the other problem with that too is like you're making like these generic old cards that just don't have a place in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Herald of the Arclight. You know, why is this card legal, right? But yeah, that is something that like since I came back to the game, because like I played from 2002 through 2019 every format, and then I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I went to grad school and I didn't think I'd ever come back to it. I was just playing GOAT. I played GOAT all the time with my friends in Cali, and then when I saw the 25th anniversary stuff happen in 2023, that's what got me back into the game. That's when I started my YouTube channel, was that summer. and we were opening up those like the reprints of like LOB and Metal Raiders and all that. So that was so cool. And that's just kind of how it all started. And then the year after that, I got back into playing again in 2024. And then this last year, I was playing a little bit as well for the first half of the year, but then I didn't play at all really past that. Just like a here and there, go to a couple tournaments and, you know, win some stuff with Blue Eyes, put up a video and be like, yo, what's up? I'm still a Blue Eyes, you know, madman. But yeah, since I've come back to the game, the power creep is just crazy. There's too many cards that just do too many things. There's so many just decks that they just play one card down and just like boom, everything's it. Like, the problem solved. You know, they have everything going for them right there. And then the consequence of that is all the hand traps. There's too many hand traps in the game too. I'm not a fan of the hand trap, like overwhelming hand trap design. I think it's very counterproductive. To have to put band-aids on everything. That's like, hand traps are literally just band-aids. Like, they're just printing band-aids because the game is too fast, too hard, too ridiculous. I miss, like, this is one of the reasons why I like older Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the 1-for-1 trades are so valuable. I like that, like, I can activate a card and I go down in resources and my opponent does too, and it also stymies them where they can't keep going. And this is like one of the things that was like drawing me towards wanting to try Genesis format, was having no link monsters, because link monsters make it so 1-for-1 trades are irrelevant most of the time. Because you're like, okay, yeah, you negated that interaction, cool, I have 2 bodies on the board, let's make a link 2 and just keep playing my combo, right? Your hand trap did literally nothing. You know, that's a lot of it too. I think link monsters are way too good. I think that mechanic is way too strong for what it's worth. Boards were 2 or 3 monsters with 2 or 3 continuous trap spells that weren't reactive, just 1 main effect. Yeah, the Omni negates a hand trap arrow is wild. Yeah, it is wild, and it's like there's not a lot of creativity. It stymies creativity too. Like, go and look at any event in the last like couple, definitely within the last year, and look at their side decks. Every side deck is the same. It's just like 12 hand traps and like some solemn judgments. That's it. Like, that's all literally people play. Like, there's no creativity with like trying to solve the game in any way, shape, or form, or make the deck better. It's just, no, I just don't want to lose, so I'm gonna play literally 9 mulch armies and like all the bestials and nibs, and then some solemn judgments if I go first, and that's it. Like, there's no reason to not, right? I mean, you don't want to lose. So why would you experiment? Because the hand traps are just so good. Like, they solve all your problems, right? So like, why not play 15 hand traps, you know, in your games 2 and 3 still, right? No, it's to me it's ridiculous, and it's just poor card design, man. Like, there's stuff with the modern decks I think are really cool and like are designed really, really well. I think Dragon Tail is probably one of the most best designed decks of the modern era in terms of its fairness and power level. Followed up by, I would say, Yugioh, I think, is the next most fair modern strategy that is like not too over the moon. But the others are they're just way too good. Like, Yummy's just way too good. Mitsurugi's way too good. Malice is the best deck ever created in the game. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's stupid. Like, Malice will never be a dead deck unless you just ban every card in the deck. Like, that deck has had so many cards limited and or banned since it's come out on TCG and OCG and Master Duel ban list, and the deck is still top tier. It's still one of the best decks in the game in every format. It's too good. I mean, they literally messed up. They messed it up. They definitely messed it up with that deck, making it just generic cyber spile, dude. Like, nope. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, I just really hope that stuff changes. I would like to see like some different stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh! This year. I would love to see the direction of the game change in terms of their card design, in terms of the deck design. It's not looking that way currently in the OCG, with Mitsurugi and with like Radiant Typhoon and like Elven Notes and stuff. Like, these decks are just unbelievable, dude. They're just so good. But we'll see. I mean, all it really takes, though, in my opinion, you mentioned a Blue Eyes card. I think the Blue Eyes cards are completely great. I think they're completely fair. Some people are saying like they're like game breaking. I don't think they're game breaking. As being a Blue Eyes player myself, we need cards like that. Like Blue Eyes, they designed Blue Eyes too fairly, and that's a good thing. Like when you look at the like, I've mentioned it many times. Like, oh, they should have tweaked this card a little bit to made it better. It's been a much better deck. Like Spirit with Eyes of Blue, right? Like the Link one. This guy. Like, if this was this could have been a quick effect. Like, quick effect, attribute it to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. That would have made the card so much better. But they didn't. They made it just an ignition effect, which makes the card so bad in comparison to something like Fiendsmith Requiem, which does the same thing as this, but better, because it comes out of the deck. And it's a quick effect, right? So you can dodge hand traps, except Ash Blossom. So, like, that in and of itself is a huge, like, balancing thing, which I think is great. That's good design. That is very good design. So like, my point is those Blue Eyes cards are really good. They're going to help the consistency of the deck and the power of the deck, but they're not going to make the deck like the best deck in the game. I just think Blue Eyes is first of all, it's too bricky to be absurdly consistent. But the other thing with Blue Eyes that kind of hinders it from the other decks is it's very easy to stop. Like, there's so many choke points that stop that deck from playing in comparison to other decks, because it doesn't have the ability to just like link off into a bunch of like crazy stuff. Like, just because you're locked all the time into to dragons, right? If you use Roar, most of the time you're locked to dragons. You know, so you're kind of like, there's not much you can do, right, outside of that. Which I think is great. Again, it's good design. It's very good. It's the same reason why I love Salamangreat so much. The deck is very, very locked into fire. It's locked into Salamangreat. Like, you're locked into that stuff, and it's like, that's good. It's good design, and that deck was like the best deck in the game when it came out. And it still is very good. And it's going to get even better with all the new fire cards coming out in Blazing Dominion. But anyways, we just gotta, I really need to, I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna like I'm not leaving Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh. I know some of you guys like saw the stream title and was like, oh my god, you're nervous. Like, is he leaving you? You quit Yu-Gi-Oh? Because I have some of the like big creators have been like expressing their frustrations about the game, and some of them are just like leaving Yu-Gi-Oh entirely. They're like, I'm done with this, you know. But like, I love Yu-Gi-Oh too much, and I have no desire to leave it or to stop covering it and playing it and stuff like that. I just also, like I said, I want to just dial back a little bit what I do with Yu-Gi-Oh to make it more effective for myself and less crazy like work, and also just enjoy it and provide more opportunities for you guys to do stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh, to be able to, like I said, play. And then the other thing too, like I said, is just like I want to start messing around with other things outside of Yu-Gi-Oh just for my own development. I know a lot of you guys have been enjoying when I like have talked about and played stuff like that's like Zelda and things like this, and Metroid and Pokemon, and that's really, really good. I like that a lot. I like to see that. But yeah, great conversation so far today, guys. I really appreciate it. Like, thank you so much for just hanging and talking and like, it's been really, really nice. Also, big thank you for the channel memberships, from Jagos, T-Dog with the upgrade, Cybers with the upgrade, Synchron with the 23-month resub. Huge, man. Thank you guys so much for that support. Seriously, like, means a lot to me. I'm trying to get to 30 channel members by this month. I got to start pushing myself to have some like goals again, just to like, you know, be more, just more like push myself to be more like secure. Because like I said, this is what I do to provide for my like family and stuff, is my content work. So, you know, any help that the community can bring towards that is also super like appreciated, whether it be through super chats, memberships, or subscriptions and stuff over on Kick. But yeah, you know, That's one of the things also I gotta say that's really cool about the whole Kick thing. Let's talk about Kick real fast. For those that are just tuning in, I recently started streaming on Kick this week. Kick reached out to me at the start of the year and said that they wanted to have me try their platform out. They would give me a partnered account just right at the start to start streaming there, which is crazy because like their partner program is like, God, I would say it's harder to get partnered on there than it is on YouTube and Twitch. Like it's difficult. It's really difficult, but there's a reason for that. Like take really good care of their creators over there at all levels from what I've been told. But for the partners, they offer like really crazy benefits and perks that are just unmatched to any other platform. The big one is, well, this is a site-wide thing for anyone on that platform. You get 95% revenue share for like all of your subscriptions, which is massive. Cause like on Twitch it's 50%, on YouTube it's 70%, over there it's 95%. Like that's a huge difference. But the thing that was most attractive to me as a streamer that wants to stream more again, because I gotta say, like, I didn't stream a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh on this channel. Like, we just really only barely started getting a lot of streaming like last part of this last year. But before that, I only really streamed when there was like tournaments going on at the stores that I was near. Because I was just too busy all the time. But like now I have more time. Like I want to like stream again. Been enjoying streaming, and like that's where Kick was a really cool option because Kick partners, they give you a basically like an hourly wage while you're live, like based on your like your viewership, your chat activity, how many new followers or new subscribers you get during the stream, what kind of content you're doing, things like that. Just like kind of like the quality of your stream and stuff like that. And then as your channel is growing, like obviously they start paying you more as well, which is like, that's just so cool. Like as a creator, that's like the dream, to just like get a passive income like that while you're live without ads. There's no ads, you don't have to run ads. The only way I get that experience on YouTube and Twitch is through ads, right? And I'm so against that. I like almost never run ads on my streams on YouTube. I'm just not a fan of it, you know. It's like, I mean, and it's not even like life-changing money either. So it's like I wouldn't want to throw that on my viewers. But even if it was, like it wouldn't matter to me, right? Like the experience to me was worth more. And that was one of the cool things I saw about Kick, is that like I can earn a passive income while my audience is just vibing and hanging out with me. Like that's crazy. Like that's the dream, dude. That's a dream as a live streamer. To just like get paid to be there and not have to like say like the only way I get paid is off of subscriptions. But that's cool. Like, that's really, really cool. I thought that was really, really cool. So that's why one of the big draws was like we're trying out Kick. And so far it's been really, really fun. Our first week on there has been really, really cool. Met some really great new people like Toki, for example. Big shout out to him, dude. Catch up with chat real quick. Make sure to like the stream though, guys, as you tune in, please and thank you. Always click that thumbs up button for us. Toki says live gaming is just going to spread your reach for sure. Totally get behind it and can't wait to see more. It's definitely an option. I mean, like I said, I've thought about it for a while. I've considered like, because I've been wanting to get back into gaming for gaming content for a while. And originally I was thinking of just like, oh, I'll just like stream it on like other places like Twitch or whatever, and then I would just make a second YouTube channel for my gaming. But like, do I need to do that? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because YouTube is what's it called? It does have the like the niche deal because it has the algorithm. So like sometimes it might punish you if you do stuff outside of your wheelhouse, but at the same time you never know. Like if there's enough interest in it, it won't punish you at all, right? So it just really just depends. It's very trial and error in my like honest opinion, and I think it's worth it. Well, welcome home, sir. Welcome home. T-Dot's like, what format do you guys want to play today for your tournament? What do you guys want to play? Do you guys want to play Modern? Do you guys want to play Genesis? Do you guys want to play Master Duel? Or do you want to play a retro format? He's ready to lay down the smoke, he said. Ready to lay down the smoke. But yeah, gotta say, okay, I do have a question. Did you guys like, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being like, please just don't do it ever again, and 10 being like, dude, I've absolutely vibed on it, like super good, please do it. What were your guys' thoughts on when I was streaming Master Duel? When we started streaming Master Duel, like in August and September and a little bit of October. What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of that? Scale of 1 to 10. With 1 being never do it again, 10 being dude, is absolute vibe, 100% vibe. Because like, while you guys are responding, I'll give you my honest opinion on it myself. I was very like mixed. I enjoyed it a lot, but then it was also frustrating at the same time, because like I am pushing myself to be like free to play as much as humanly possible, and we did not spend a cent on it to build the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. And that was kind of fun to just like, our challenge was we got to rookie rank to master rank in the season that we streamed, and that was a really cool thing to do. Like I really enjoyed that. But then there were some times where like it was just like a very frustrating experience, because it's like the game on there is at times annoying, but it does have its merit. You know, like Master Duel is, in my opinion, the like widest reach for Yu-Gi-Oh in terms of content creation and definitely live streaming. Most of the times I would live stream Master Duel, we'd have like fucking 50 viewers or 60 viewers or some crap. Like, huge. Like, people were just pouring in for Master Duel, especially to see Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? So I'm just like really thinking about if I want to pick up Master Duel again on the channel, in terms of like doing some streams for it again. Pepsi says 10. Straight 10. Cyber says, I'm 100% honest, a 4. This is on the low. 8 from Galactic, 78 for T-Dog. Okay, he says 6 or 7. Okay, so he changed his answer to 6 or 7. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm on the fence about it. Like, I think it could be useful and beneficial to just like drive more traffic to the channel for like Yu-Gi-Oh in general. I'll put a poll up too, like on the community tab, and ask the community at large. My -2 score is just, I think it holds your limit back as a Yu-Gi-Oh chimp you are. I mean, that is another like thing that I have about Master Duel, is like the grind on it is pointless. Unless you're like trying to win the Duelist Cup to go to Worlds, like if you're in my opinion, if you just like really grind Master Duel a lot just to like, oh, I gotta be at the top rank, like what's the point? Like, you're not making money on it. There's no value like monetarily for your time, for the cards you have. You know, if you're not like getting to go to the big events and to go to like these invitationals or to go to Worlds, and like what's the point of like juicing yourself, you know? Like, I get there's that draw though of like that like competitive spirit mentality of like, oh, I gotta be the highest rank, like I want to push myself to be the highest rank, just because like that's humans are competitive, right? I get it. I used to do that a lot too, and I used to play competitive games, so I 100% understand that mentality for sure. But yeah, that is one thing. It is very limiting for myself, because like there's not much I can do with Master Duel other than just like play it and get to master rank again, and just like that's really it. Just duel. But I mean, it's fun because it also does provide a time to like talk and like interact with the audience and teach a little bit more, because you know, like really good at the game, and you guys have learned a lot from watching like the streams. Even if you're not playing Blue Eyes, you just learn how to play against Blue Eyes through like my eyes. Yeah, I'd love to do a Master Duel tournament again. Absolutely, dude. That was fun. We did that Master Duel tournament a few months ago. That was great. I'd love to do another one of those. Absolutely. Sorry, my eye hurts. But yeah, overall, that's where I'm at with Yu-Gi-Oh right now. I think the game is in a very tough spot. I think it needs a lot of work from Konami for it to get better. Which is why that's just why I'm dialing back on products and pack opening videos, anything like that for a while. I just don't want to put my money into it anymore. I'd rather just play the game with the cards I have, the deck I have, my Blue Eyes deck, right? And just keep on pushing myself to be the best Blue Eyes player that I can be and providing that content for you guys, whether that be through live streams or through POV videos once I can finally go to a locals again, and also just play like my deck profiles for you guys, things like that. But I also, like I said, I think the game needs a lot of help, and that's why I've just kind of been like having this dialogue with you guys today, to not necessarily like get it off my chest, but just to kind of like be very honest and transparent with you guys. I'll probably make a video about this stuff too for those that don't tune into the live stream to like learn this stuff. So I know I've got a lot of viewers that are on regulars on my videos that don't watch lives, so I think it'd be nice to kind of see them too, to let them know what's going on. Brother, $5 super from Cybers.
At Cybers22 donated $4.99 in super chat. We're the one chip, smirking face emoji.
The one chip's in my kitchen, dude. It's in the pantry. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. I already told you we're gonna do a really fun stream where we're gonna do the one chip challenge. You guys earned it from that crazy subathon you did before my baby was born. You guys really poured on the love. Helped out a lot. That helped out so much, guys. I cannot understate that enough. That subathon was huge. We streamed for 58 hours or something, just non-stop bangers after bangers, and you guys were just pouring out with the love, and I just can't thank you guys enough for that. But yes, you guys earned the one chip from that. We'll do it very soon. Trust me, it's gonna happen. But thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Oh, really quickly, I want to say, while we're on the topic of super chats, I'm going to start doing like some super chat goals. These are monthly goals, by the way, not like a stream goal. To kind of just, like I said, push myself to be more on like track as best as I can from like my creator's standpoint of what I need to like be full time, right? That's the most like easiest way I can say that. So like from this platform, this is what I would need each month to like be like vibing in tandem with like what I get on Twitch, what I get on Kick, or what I will be getting on Kick, and what I get on Patreon and my eBay store. So yeah, the super chats, we're looking for trying to get up to 250 in super chats for the month. We're at 60 already, so thank you guys so much for all that vibing. And with the super chats though, and this we're doing this on Kick as well with the gifted subs. Whoever at the end of each month has the highest amount donated through either super chats or gifted subs, you get to choose an emote of your choice to be created and put up on the channel for an entire month for everyone to be able to use. So that is a new thing that we are rolling out. That was a very good idea that Cybers had, actually. I thought it was a really, really cool idea. He's like, hey, what if like top like donators or whatever could like have an emote or something for a month? I think that was a cool idea, man. So that's something that we're already starting. So for YouTube side, it's top super chatter. For Kick, it's going to be top sub gifter. As far as Twitch is concerned, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to mix Twitch into everything at the current moment in time, outside of doing the like knock collaborations. But as of right now, Twitch, I kind of want to put on like a standstill while I like focus on Kick and get my YouTube back up and running again. Because I'll be honest, I've been neglecting my YouTube since like October. Like it's been, my YouTube has been very like since October, man. So like I'm sorry, I feel sorry about that. But like, you know, baby stuff is very, very important. That took all my time, and still is taking all my time pretty much. But yeah, when are we doing pre-orders for Rarity Collection? I'll have to check. I'll have to check with the distributor people. See when the orders are due by, because I know pre-orders have opened for them. I gotta know when they're due by, because yeah, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you can get access to product orders with me, and you'll get them cheaper than you would at like any store. And if you're on a higher tier, like Cybers is King of Devastation, he's on a tier 3. You get like massive discounts. Like pretty much you get it at like what I get it at. Like I don't really make anything on it. It's more so just like I'm passing it over to you so you can like save money, you know? That's something I really want to try and open up more this year too. If like products get really, really good and people want sealed product more, that's something I really would like to do for you guys. Like just like on my Patreon subscriptions, like be able to order, because I can order all this stuff like really, really like low costs. Not as low as I could if I was like a big store, but like, you know, for where I'm at, I can order product like at a pretty damn good price. So like, yeah, like it's something I would love to continue to try and like push for the community, because I think it's a great service. I know there's some like stores and creators that do that are like really big into Patreon. They like offer that service to their audience. So like if you're on my Patreon tiers, you can order stuff during the order windows, and you get stuff at like the cheapest price literally possible, as a thank you for like using my Patreon and supporting my business, right? Like I think it's a really, really cool service, to be completely honest. I like the idea a lot, and I see the huge value in it. But yes, for that question, I'll have to look and see when the pre-orders are due. So what do we have planned for the future for the channels? Well, in terms of YouTube, we're going to keep... My goal is to just keep pushing along with primarily Yu-Gi-Oh! But dialing back from... We're just going to flip it around, and I'm not going to focus on like opening a bunch of packs and booster boxes and all that stuff anymore. I just want to play the game and just showcase me playing the game and whooping everyone's ass out there with Blue Eyes White Dragon with true Seto Kaiba style. And then also teaching you guys how to play the game more, giving some guides and informational stuff, streams about how to play, you know, things like this. And also sometimes touching on retro formats a little bit here and there if there's interest in it. But and then also start playing around with the gaming content. You know, I want to start playing around with like putting stuff that we've been doing on live streams in the past on other platforms over on YouTube and see how they do. So like playing Zelda games over here, playing Metroid games over here. Like for example, the new Resident Evil game comes out next month, and I abso-freaking-lutely am going to play that game, because Resident Evil is one of my favorite single player franchises of all time. We could probably do a let's play, like trial a let's play of the new Resident Evil game on YouTube, right? Like I want to try and diversify the YouTube a little bit outside of specifically Yu-Gi-Oh, just for like longevity, for like more audience reach, because like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh is just too tight. It's too tight. I love it, and it's doing a lot for us, but I definitely think we can do more with trying to diversify out into like a wider space, but not necessarily let that other space completely take over my like Yu-Gi-Oh focus, because I still want Yu-Gi-Oh to be my top thing. That's my goal. Like my hope is I can keep Yu-Gi-Oh as my main bread and butter, and that Konami fixes their game, and I can just keep vibing on Yu-Gi-Oh for as long as possible, and not have to at some point be like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's fucked. I'm gonna just go play video games now, and just Yu-Gi-Oh's just gonna be a little passion project. I don't want that to happen. There is a possibility that very well could happen, but that is not what I want to happen. But to help circumvent that issue, that's why I want to start trying. That's why I want to live stream. That's why I'm trying Kick. That's why I want to try Let's Plays and like video game content, just for like that additional like starting of an additional audience, right? Just in case, man. Just in case if Yu-Gi-Oh just really goes down, dude. But yeah. Toki says you can definitely use that later for your TCG shop too. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a way you can have a shop on YouTube. Yes, but for YouTube, as far as like setting up the shop thing, I believe it's just for like your products, like for I think it's just for like products for that you would make for like your merchandise, like shirts and like sweatshirts or whatever, like stuff like that, like merch. I don't think you can. I don't think I can list like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like boxes and stuff on a YouTube store. I don't think you can do that. I don't think I can do that. Do I ever plan to use remote duels as videos one day? Probably not. I think the remote dueling is best to just keep it in our experience in Discord together, and that's it. I don't want to live stream remote duels. I don't want to really publish content about remote duels. I prefer that would just be like kind of kept to ourselves. But as far as like if you guys do tournaments digitally on Omega and Master Duel, absolutely. If you guys are cool with it, I'd love to stream those out to the public so they can get an eye in on what's going on. I would be all for that. All for that. Have you guys decided on a format you want to play today? I saw like do a vote. Okay, I can do a vote in the Discord. Yeah, we can do that. I can put up a poll in the Discord. I forget what the poll command is in Discord, where you can make like the really nice ones. Let me look it up. I forget. Let's see here. How to make polls, Discord. Plus sign next to the message. Okay. Plus sign, create a poll. Modern, Genesis, Edison. Let's just do those three. Okay. Okay, I've used a restroom real fast. One sec. All right. What's winning? Modern so far. Okay, while you guys are voting on that poll, I want to look at this, at the thing that Pepsi sent us. He sent us the Legendary 5Ds decks thing. So I want to take a look at the stuff that's in here. Also, again, big shout out to Jagos, T-Dog, and Cybers getting their signed Kaiba Mans today, becoming those channel member duelist tiers. Getting those beautiful ultra rare Kaiba Mans signed by Dazu as a thank you for becoming a channel member today. So super cool, dude. This is almost the most we've signed in one stream. Our current record is signing 3 in one stream. So if someone else becomes a duelist tier member today, we'll have a record of most that we've ever signed in one stream. Okay, so here's the legendary 5Ds decks. Let's see what's in these. Oh, he sent 1. Okay, I thought he was sending 2 of them. No worries. 1 is good enough, dude. I want to see what's in this stuff. So I've been wanting to open these. Because I know they have like one deck for Yusei, one deck for what's her fate, Akiza, and the other one is for Crow Hogan. So let's see what's in these, man. I'm very curious. Very curious. Where's my other camera at? Oh, it's not even plugged in. He says, bro, the setup. I totally forgot to put my other camera on, the one on the desk. Turn off the crazy glare. Because usually I just have it up with my phone, but can't use my phone on OBS. Unless someone knows how to do that. Use your phone on OBS as a webcam and it's not like lagging like crazy. Otherwise I just use all these cameras. I've got like 3 cameras plugged in at the same time. Alright, let's see here. So this video device will be... if it's plugged in. There we go. Alright. Y'all want to see? We're going to take a look on the cards on this one so you can see them more up close. Let's get hype, he says. Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi sent us this this product, man. So I want to take a look and see what's in here. Alright, so you get, like I said, you get 3 decks. And then we also have our promo pack, which has like chibi artworks of each of the characters as well as their own like token of themselves. So I want to see these very much so, because it should be like Black Rose Dragon and good old Stardust. Pepsi, thanks again for sending this over, dude. I'm gonna move my keyboard out of the way because it's like in my way, immensely in my way. There we go. He says Toki become a member. That'd be awesome, man. No pressure though. There's a Stardust. That looks so sick, dude. I like this. This is a good looking card. Secret Rare 2 is my favorite rarity. It's a good choice. Good choice. There's the Black Rose. That looks so cool. Dang, dude. Check that out, man. What? I like it. Dude, I gotta sleeve these up and put them in some of my put them in one of my Edison decks. Play all these cards in Edison. Even Blackwing Dragon I play in a deck. Card looks sick, man. And then we got the tokens. Big Head, Mr. Yusei. That's cool, dude. That looks really cool. Akiza, everyone's favorite. People love to shrimp for her. And then Crow Hogan. These are good, man. These are really nicely done. I like these. I like these a lot. Let me get some sleeves. I want to sleeve up the little dudes. So I'm curious what all comes in this. I only know about like some of the big reprints for like the Mole Charmies and are in here, and then there's like Droplet and like a couple others. Did any of you guys open this one? Open this product? All right, here we go. 3 beautiful. Oh, those are so cool. I like those. Okay, let's start with I guess I'll start with Yusei's, huh? Start with Yusei's deck, see what's inside. All right. Full Speed Warrior. I'm pretty sure this is a brand new card, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure this is a brand new card. I just realized like the color correction didn't get pushed over on this camera from the other profile. That's a little better. I'm gonna build you an Edison deck. I can't wait to build you an Edison deck, man. I'm so excited that you're gonna play Edison. Scrap Synchron. This is a new card as well. Dude, that's so cool. Synchro Fellowship. These are your cards right here, Cybers. He loves the Yusei stuff. Junk Warrior Extreme. Love Junk Warrior. He was the first ever Synchro monster when they released Synchros. The original Junk Warrior, level 5. I played him in a deck. I had a whole deck dedicated to spamming that dude with like making him so powerful. Scrap Warrior. Dude, this card is cool looking. I want to try these out. I really want to try this deck actually, like the Yusei deck. I love the Junk monsters and all of the Synchron cards a lot. So this will be fun to try. There's the Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. This card's really good. Really good. We've got the Crossroads Sonic Chicks. These are all retrains of the old school Synchrons. These are all the retrains of like the old school Synchron cards. I wonder if there's other ones. There's One Way Synchro. The good old Junk Synchron, a classic. One of my favorite tuners of all time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, there's 2 of them. Nice. Wheel Synchron. Okay. Stardust Synchron. Alright. 2 of those. 3 of those, excuse me. Revolution Synchron. That's cool. That's a big one. This was a secret rare only before. It was pretty pricey too. That's a good one. That's really good. This is a really good card. Okay, we got Satellite Synchron. Assault Synchron. This is another good reprint. That was also only a secret rare, I believe. That's a cool card. Jet Synchron. Man, this card was so broken in Snake Eyes. This card was so broken in Snake Eyes. Junk Converter. Yep. Another Junk Converter. 3 of them. Alright. Doppel Warrior, the classic. I love this card. Dude, Doppel Warrior Plant Synchro from 2011 was just beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. Okay, we got Veiler. That's a big one. Always love Veilers. Oh, it's 2 Veilers, guys. Excuse me. It's 2 Veilers. Hey, and a 5-head of Joyous Springs. Nice. Dude, this is great. See, this is the type of product I'll get excited about when they release things like this, because like this stuff helps players. You know? Players can jump in and get a really cool deck, but then they also can get staples like this. Perulia. This was like a $50 card. You just get it right here. That's amazing. This is how... Okay. I'm going to do a hot take real quick. Because you guys know, like, I had a lot of fun opening all the rarity collections so far, but I will say this, I think the rarity collections also low-key kind of suck, because I think they completely dissolve, like, just completely dilute the game's, like, pool of cards way too high. Because they're giving all of these other cards reprints again and 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 again in, like, 7 different rarities. And it's just like, it drives the cards to like being completely like monkey, like they're useless, worthless. I mean, like worthless cards, and there's no value in it because like every card is worthless, you know? So that's, to me, is like a big problem, because in my opinion, this is the best way to reprint cards, and always has been the best way to reprint staple cards. Sorry for your streamception. Has been in products like this, structure decks. Tins as promos, not in the booster set as some like short printed garbage like they've been doing for the last few years. No, this is where they should be reprinting cards, is like this, so that way the higher rarities don't get completely demolished for people that put money into them. There's just a common now, right? So the people that have secret rare Prulias and QCR Perulias aren't getting monkeyed because there's also ultra rares and prismatic secret rares and collector's rare versions of them, right? Like, you know what I mean? So like, that's my hot take. I think the rarity collections are cool in idea, but once they come in, like, they completely destroy the integrity of the game, because it makes Konami basically nullify all of their previous products where you'll never open them. Literally, why would you open Infinite Forbidden or even Megatons ever again if you can get a Perulia right here, right? You wouldn't. There's no point. All right, on your mark, get set, duel. 2 of them. Tuning. Dude, this card used to be so expensive back in the day, man. This card was so expensive back in the day. 3 of them. Hey, the alt art one with Junk Synchron on it. Sick, dude. Why couldn't they have all been the alternate art? Duelist Genesis, still one of the best sets of all time. Synchro Rumble, that's a really good card if you played in Blue Eyes, actually, with Crimson Dragon. Clashing Souls, Scrap Fist. I actually seen a guy win a duel with that on the like character duels they did at a Japanese event, like a YCS. That was really funny. Scrap Fist for game. 1 for 1. Scrapyard. Good old called by. Cross out designators in here too. That's crazy. So you get common cross out. Wild. Common droplet, man. That's bananas, dude. Bananas. Synchro Zone. Dude, this card just gives me PTSD to like watching all of the like Runic players that used to play out in Utah. There were so many Runic people, man. They love this card. Imperm, that's a good one. Always want that. This is a must-have for every duelist. You absolutely need Imperms. There's my boy Junk Warrior with his alternate art. Still have the QCR one. We pulled the QCR one when that came out. It was like a throw-in a set a few years ago. We pulled it on a stream, and I forever will keep that card. I love this. This is my favorite synchro. This Junk Warrior. Junk Speeder. Stardust Dragon. Nice for Edison. Axel Synchro. This card's very good for Modern. Formula Synchron, beautiful if you're playing over in Tengu format for sure. Stardust Warrior and Shooting Star Dragon. And Crimson Dragon too. Oh my gosh. Dude, that deck's loaded with goodies, man. That deck's loaded. Oh my gosh. This is $29.99 product too. That deck's already cooking with value. That's wild, dude. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, the next one is the Akiza deck. So it's going to be all plants and like the rose cards. 7 Item Stone, welcome in. Good to see you. I still chase certain cards, opening bad sets, throw the pull. I mean, I do the same thing. I'll be completely honest. I do the same thing. I'm a sucker for the booster packs. I'm a sucker for cardboard. I'm a sucker for the cardboard. Welcome in, Item Stone. Good to see you. How have you been? How you doing? All right, they've got Miracle Furt, ultra rare upgrade. That's crazy for Edison players, man. This is playable on a few decks. There's a few Edison decks that love this card. That's cool. I think previously the highest rarity was super rare from an Astral pack, and that's it. Always just like a rare. Black Garden, that's cool. Ultra rare upgrade. This card was secret rare in the tins too. Why did they even put it in the tins if it was going to be in this product? What a waste. What a waste. Basil Rose Shoot. This card's so good, man. That's a good card right there. Very good card. Jago says, I totally agree. And like maybe if they want to reprint a card in a certain rarity, wait 3 years, keep 2 or 3 low rarity versions of a card, but only have 1 high rarity version available. And after 3 years, slowly introduce the missing rarities before making a reprint of the initial high rarity. See, I would just say never even reprint them in high rarities, like just how they used to do. You know, like when they reprinted stuff like Pot of Duality or like Archlord Christia or Rescue Rabbit, Maxis, Zen Mains, Tour Guide. What rarity did they always put him in? Super rare. They never printed him in high rarities ever again. If they did, they put him as ultimate rares and Astral packs. So they were like, whoa, they were like, dude, even better than the secret rare version, right? That's what I think they should be doing again. They shouldn't. I think the rarity collections on staple cards is a bad idea because it completely destroys all of the previous product and sets that those cards come from, while also muddying into like people who also buy and sell cards. That's a big problem too. But on for me, it's just a big thing with like just like longevity of products. Like the products just don't have any staying value in modern Yu-Gi-Oh right now because they reprint stuff so fast, and the rarity collections shove so much more into your face in all these different rarities, when they could just be doing that in the main sets, because that's what Japan does. Japan's like every set is a rarity collection. All of their cards come like Fuvalos. It came rare in the normal set, but you could also get it in higher rarities. So if you did pull the high rarity or wanted to spend the money on it, go for it. But otherwise, you can get a rare one for like $5 or $10 so you can play the game, right? That's how it should be. That's how I would do it if I was designing it. Or I would say keep them high rarity, but then release them as commons in structure decks. That way they're just easy to get a hold of, right? Kill two birds with one stone. You get people to come and play the game, but you also can sell these for people that want to keep playing and building competitive decks because they need staples, right? That's just the way. I think it's just a great way to do it. I think the rarity collections, like, I think have also shown in their performance that they are tumultuous. Like, they're great. They're a great idea, but I think they're also. I think Konami's cashing way too hard on them. In my opinion, I think they're just cashing way too hard on those cards. I just says good, bro. Thanks. Hope you're good as well. I'm doing really good. It's nice to be streaming again over on YouTube. I haven't been on here in a long time. It's nice to start interacting with the community again. I miss y'all. Miss the Yu-Gi-Oh peoples. Most of you guys I've been seeing already over on Kick, but I've been enjoying seeing some new faces here today, as well as good old returning ones. Yep, the Gengar's back there. He is. He's Gengar, and also the Rescue Rabbit that Mad Pepsi also sent to us as a gift. Look at this card. Rescue Rabbit's one of my favorite cards of all time. I have a very special relationship with Rescue Rabbit, and when I saw that they were doing this at the YCS a few months ago, I was like, oh my gosh, dude. Do I know anybody going to that YCS? And Pepsi was like, yeah, I'll be there. I was like, brother, please, give me a rabbit, dude. He's just like, I got you. So thanks again, man. Big love in the chat. Should put some emotes in the chat for Pepsi, dude, for sending over the rabbit, man. What's Kick? That's the streaming platform we've been using this week. You were on there the other day, dude. The green one, the big green K. Okay, Blooming of the Darkest Rose. I think that's a new card. That's a good one. Emperor of Blossoms. That card is so cool. I mean, low-key, this deck could be really fun, too. All these plant cards. Hey, where's Jazz at? Lone Fire Blossom. I wonder if Titanial's in here just for him. Okay, we got 3 Lone Fires. That's crazy that card is at 3 in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That's literally ridiculous if it was old Yu-Gi-Oh! Witch of the Black Rose. Spore! I actually need this for my Tengu Plant deck. I was trying to build a Tengu Plant deck the other day to play with somebody. Over a remote duel, and I was like, brother in Christ, I cannot find any spores. Like, literally, I'll have to proxy Spore. I cannot find a single copy of Spore for some reason. Yes! There's a Spore! Rose Lover. Blue Rose Dragon. Ghost Ogre. Nice. One of my favorite hand traps. 2 Ghost Ogres. Oh, sweet. Red Rose. Another Red Rose. Another Red Rose. That's good. I mean, that's a good card. There's going to be 3 White Rose, too? Yep. Okay. The most irrelevant one now because time doesn't matter. Yep. I don't know why that card's even going to be played. Rose Princess, Rose Girl, Rocks Rose Dragon, Rocks Rose Dragon, Rocks Rose. That's good. That's a good card to have 3 of. Ready Rose Witch, Ready Rose Witch, Ready Rose Witch. Meows! Yeah, that's so cool. Again, this was a like $40, $50 card. You can just get it right here as a common for like $5, $10 or whatever they are, or just buy the structure decks so you get all the products as well as all the other staples. Like this is the way to do it, in my opinion. This is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Don't put this card. They're gonna put it on rarity. You know they're gonna put all the Moltramis in rarity collections. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. This Konami fashion. They're just gonna do it. Monster Reborn, the classic. Terraforming, Miracle Furt, Black Garden, Fragrant Storm, Thorn of Malice, Frozen Rose. The White Rose Cloister. That's a cool looking card. Another Rose Shoot. Another Imperm? Dude, is there an Imperm in every deck? Do you just get like a playset of Imperms in this box? Yeah, I mean, there's 2 Imperms right there. You get a playset of Imperms in this thing? That's crazy. You get a playset of Imperms? That's insane value, man. Imperm is always like a $5 common, dude. Like, that's massive right there. Just getting 3 Imperms. Black Rose Dragon, Splendid Rose, Moonlight Dragon, Garden Rose Maiden, Cross Rose Dragon, Ruddy Rose, Garden Rose Floor. Man, they went ham on these cards. Dude, these decks are great. These decks are great. If we get serialized Grandmasters, regular overframes, and ultra rare versions of the newer cards in core and side sets, it should help. They really need to drop a new anime project to seal the deal. I 100% agree with you. We need a new anime. I've been saying this for a while. They need to just reboot the game. They need to start over from the beginning. Bring back Yugi, Kaiba, Joey, even just like, and just like also bring in the other characters from like GX, because people love those generations so much. I think they should just restart. And I don't know, that's what I would say. I would say that you should just restart the game and like restart the cards and like I don't mean like restart like just, oh, let's start over with just vanilla monsters only from LOB. You know, I mean like restart the anime, but have them using more modern cards, to have like Kaiba playing the new Blue Eyes stuff, Ryugi playing the new Red Eye, Dark Magician stuff, Joey playing. There's no new Red Eyes cards. I'm sorry for Red Eyes fans. It blows my mind that they never designed Red Eyes cards. Like they've been giving Blue Eyes and Dark Magician support, like crazy support in the last like 10 years. Red Eyes got nothing. Like never nothing. Dude, Joey's just third-rate duels with a fourth-rate deck, dude, forever. But yeah, I agree with you. That would be really good. The overframes are cool. We were talking about the overframes earlier. I think that's a really good help. Hopefully it really helps out a lot to bring some more collectability to the game. But yeah, they definitely should put those into the main sets. I think we need serialized cards, overframes. That way it can bring more value to the sealed product. I mean, yeah, it's going to bring scalpers and all the like dumbass people from like One Piece and Pokemon into the game, sadly. But like at the same time, then stores are going to like actually be able to have more stuff. But in tandem, if you have all the scalper nerds ripping product, all of the cards that people need to play with are going to be worthless. So that's a good sign, right? If you have people like buying up boxes by the thousands to rip open serialized cards, then all of the like staples that people need to play the game, they have to resell them to make money back. So like Forbidden Crown, for example, if they were serialized in Burst Protocol, Forbidden Crown would be like $20, not $150 like people are like predicting it to be. It'd be like super cheap because there'd be like thousands of them on the market. And I would love that. I would love to see that, because the way I see sealed products, because Yu-Gi-Oh has always been the cheat code. Yu-Gi-Oh is like the only trading card game where if you open up boxes en masse, you make a shit ton of money on it. Like if you're able to move the cards quickly, especially if it's like a pre-release or like the first couple weeks of like the set when everything's hot, it's the only game you can just completely just double or triple or even sometimes quadruple your money when you order cases. No other card game's like that, because like there's no other card game has like the value of cards in their packs like Yu-Gi-Oh does for staple cards that people need to play the game. All of the other games, the staples are like really cheap. It's the alternate arts or like the manga rares or like the special illustration, or like the Mewtwo's, like stuff like this that are like one in thousands of chance to pull, right? Those are the cards that have value. That's the kind of stuff we need in Yu-Gi-Oh. So that way all the main stuff can be cheaper, so people can play the game and more players can come and play the game and stop dropping $500 or $1,000 to just play every deck every year. You can spend like $100 to build a deck and $200 to build a deck at most, right? I think that's the way to do it, personally. That'd be a huge help. Be massive, massive. Okay, last but not least, Black Wings. Vayu and Friends. Exactly. Collector value is great in every other game. Meta value is cheap and good. And like I used to play Pokemon. I saw you asked me a question, do I like live streaming or pre-recorded videos more? When it came to Yu-Gi-Oh, I pretty on my channel, I did mostly pre-record, I do mostly videos. I only really got much into streaming like pretty recently on the channel, like over the last like 6-7 months, like really into like wanting to stream more. But I like it. I like it a lot. I actually would like to start streaming a couple times a week on the channel. I love it. I mean, I love live streaming. I used to be a live streamer full time before I started doing any YouTube work. I used to be a Twitch streamer 3 years straight. He had a huge Twitch channel doing Star Wars content, and yeah, I really enjoyed live streaming. That's why I've been trying to like do more live streams lately, because it's fun. It's very different. It's a different type of vibe, different experience, different audience than on videos. Do I know who sells Moltrami Perulia? No, not right now. I mean, not secret rare. You want a secret rare? I don't know anybody with secret rares. Okay, so here we go. We got Blackwing Vayu, the Emblem of Honor. Nice ultra rare. Icarus Attack. That's a nice ultra rare for Edison. Sick. Nice. Have I ever revisited Squadrons? Yeah, I did a couple years ago, and the game was like completely dead. Like I couldn't even find a game. I just like turned it off. I was like, all right. Blackbird Close. Armor Master, dude, that's cool. Nice ultra rare for Armor Master. Good for Edison. Nothung the Starlights. Yo, my favorite, Gale the Whirlwind. I love this card. So cool. More of the Spear. Droll and Lockbird. They need to ban this card. This card has no place in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. This card's gross. Please ban it. I play it too. They should ban it. The card's a joke. Chris the Crack of Dawn. Shanga the Waning Moon. Orochi the Squall. Harmatan the Dust. Another Ash Blossom. Two. Oh, there's a playset of Ash. So you get a playset of Ash and a playset of Imperms in this product. That's bananas. Plus one of each of the Molcharmies. That's crazy, dude. That's huge value. Simoon the Poison. Couple of him. Ghost Mourner. You get every Ghost Girl, I think, except Cherries. Vata. Shamal. God, there's so many Blackwings. I swear, Crow Hogan has the most cards ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of Jaden. Other than Heroes, Blackwings have literally the most cards ever. There's literally like 1,000 Blackwing cards, man. Not even joking. There's so many Blackwing cards. Chinook. Sudri. Fuvalos, there he is. Sweet. This card's bananas, man. Massive. That was a super expensive card. MST, it negates now. Book of Moon. Black Whirlwind. Chalice. Called by Black Feather Whirlwind. Delta Crow. Twin Shadows. Hey, there's the Armed Wing. Nice, dude. Armed Wings. Silverwind. This is huge. This card was so expensive in Edison. Now you can finally get a cheap access to a Silverwind if you're going to play Blackwings. That's massive. Because this card was only an Ultra Ulti or a Secret. Then it had like a Duelist Pack Rare. But even the Rare was like $30. It was ridiculous. Like this card was so juiced to the moon. Black Winged Dragon. Full Armor Master. Assault. This was the card from like Darkwing Blast. And Boris Storm. Dude, sick decks. These are dope. Dude, Pepsi, thanks for sending this over, man. I'm so excited to try these out. These are cool. And we're gonna build Pepsi a really amazing Edison deck as a thank you for sending these decks over for us. Yeah, I can't even imagine either where the game will be in 5 years. Seriously, yeah. Hopefully the game is still around in 5 years. Yeah, I was just kind of like one of the big things, like we were talking about earlier in the stream, of like this year I'm like trying to kind of change my approach to content creation a little bit, and just like I'm not going to 100% only do Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, just because like I want to diversify a little bit and start doing some gaming content around like Zelda and Metroid and like things like that, because those are other things I really love. Mega Man, huge fans of like all that type of stuff, and I just feel like I want to make sure that like I can reach more people and do more things with my content love outside of just Yu-Gi-Oh, because I think Yu-Gi-Oh might be like, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh is just, it's like so back and forth. Like sometimes it's like on fire and sometimes it's on fire like out the door, like it's gonna die, right? Constantly back and forth, man. So I just want to like just keep my ducks in a row kind of thing, you know. You want to do other content outside of Yu-Gi-Oh? Are you a YouTuber, like a content creator as well, Itemstone? How do you get to sub on YouTube? It says gift member. Here, let me go on my phone to like a mobile stream. So if you go down to in the chat, there's that little like $sign thing. It says membership gifting, and then you can just gift memberships there. You can't gift a specific one to a user like you can on Twitch. Can you do that on Kick, Toki? Do you know that? Can you gift like a specific viewer one on Kick, or is it just random as well? Because on YouTube it's random. You can't gift to specific users on YouTube. You got a few decent videos out there on your 2 channels? Hold up, man. I'm gonna go check out your stuff. I'm gonna go over to that good old YouTube. Oh, do it on your. You have to do it to your tablet then. Go to your tablet then. He's gonna give some members out. Yo, there we go. I'm subscribing. Oh, you got 2. So 7 item stone and 7 item stone bonus. I'm gonna sub to both of them, man. I'll start watching your content. Heck yeah. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, this video is cracked, dude. Look at you. 11,000 views on your video. Can a female hero revitalize Yu-Gi-Oh? Amazing. Amazing. Dude, let's go, man. Huge. Massive views on that one, brother. I love to see that. Yeah, I've had a few videos like go super crazy like that on the channel. I'll go look it back. I think, let's see, I've got my Speed Duel opening, this Battle City Speed Duel box opening is my biggest video at like almost 15,000 views. And then I've got an Exo Sister profile I did a couple years ago, almost 2 years ago now, for 14,000. And then a Sky Striker one for 10,000. Another Speed Duel Battle City for 8,000. My Salamangreat and my Blue Eyes ones are both between 6,000 and 7,000. My yeah, I've got some of that do pretty good over here on this. Like that's the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh on YouTube, man. Like sometimes they do really good, sometimes they do so bad. Like it's extremely like random, man. It's really random. Like when I do stuff with like deck profiles, those do really well almost every time. Openings, they do really good when they're like hot, when they're like brand new, or like within the first like couple days to a couple weeks, like they do really well. But after that, it's like if you're trying to do a series on it, like I did a Retro Pack 2 Master Set series, and that one you know, started off insanely hot, and then the last couple episodes of it was like super dead. You know, it was like, wow. It was like, it's such a difference, right? But that's just it. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Content is super random on YouTube. Like, it's really difficult. I think it's so hard to like be consistent in this space. After doing it for 2 years now myself, I've tried so many different types of like content in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, exactly. Some just fall flat, and I'll be honest, sometimes like I've like see those videos fall flat and I get super upset, super depressed, like my mental state goes like to the trash. But then I kind of like have to pick myself up, like it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just sometimes videos just don't do well. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Some topics just don't get interest, or like prolonged topics don't get too much interest outside of your like absolute like big regulars. Yeah. Yeah, getting 6-figure views in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be insane. That'd be massive. Absolutely massive. And even getting to 100,000 subscribers in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be crazy difficult to do. I don't even think there's a single Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator that has 1 million subscribers. But like, when you get into like Pokemon and Magic and like these other games, there's like so many people with millions of subs. And you get into gaming, then of course, yeah, there's tons of channels, thousands of channels out there with millions of people. And it's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so small in terms of like the grand scheme of things, I would say. It's very, very small in comparison. And also, too, it's non-benefit. Yu-Gi-Oh! Also has had no good publicity in the last few years. And whereas the other games have had nothing but massive like W's, especially with like all the investor bros and scalpers and stuff joining into the mix, like just making the YouTube content go bananas, dude. Like I've seen Pokemon channels, brand new channels, literally just starting in the last year, that have like 20 or 30,000 subs already, not even a year in, just because Pokemon is so hot, right? Like it's crazy. Yeah, Simply Unlucky was the guy. Yeah, he was in terms of like products. Now it's Ruxin. When you come to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings, the immediate person that people always say is Ruxin. Always Ruxin, 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 Ruxin. You could branch into a TCG General channel and probably hit the bigger numbers. Anyone creating a channel with the right setup / moves. See, that is in theory cool, but also I think really, really hard. I don't know how that would do, just because the audiences for the different card games are very different people. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is very unique and different compared to Pokemon viewers and players, and from Magic people and Lorcana people. Yeah, some of them like play all the different games and there's some small overlap, but in the general sense, Yu-Gi-Oh is a very specific brand of audience in comparison to everything else. Yeah, Ruxin and Team Sam are like the biggest ones by a mile. It's crazy. It's hard. It's hardcore, man. I don't know how Ruxin does it. I don't know how he opens all the stuff that he opens, man. That's crazy. Cause that's like, I used to open up, I started my channel on openings specifically, and like too much, I opened so much stuff, man, and like tens of thousands of dollars later, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, like, why am I opening so many booster packs all the time, man? Like, it's such a waste of money sometimes, dude. When the products don't do well, it's just burning, literally lighting your money on fire. And that's why this year I'm just gonna be done opening a lot of product. I'm only gonna touch product that's like really, really worth it to touch, like Rarity Collection 5, for example. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm just kind of want to take a step back from Yu-Gi-Oh packs, man, because it's just, dude, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of money. So I'm saying, like, I don't know how like some of these channels that do it full time, like, how do they keep doing it, man? It's crazy. And it's like old school stuff, you know, like boxes that are worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I mean, it is what it is. Well, the Ruxin and Sam, they show us the potential Yu-Gi-Oh channel can have. That is true. Yeah, there's some channels out there that like show you the potential of what you can do with it, and it's motivating, you know. Because like I'll be dead on. Okay, I'll be really honest with you guys. I've had moments in the last year where I just honestly thought of quitting Yu-Gi-Oh entirely in terms of content creation and just only playing it for myself on my own. I've thought about that. I've like, man, like Yu-Gi-Oh content is like ridiculously difficult. It's extremely niche. So hard to like branch this, like really dig in deep with it. But then sometimes it does really, really well, and it's just like I just have to find that fine point where I have to find the right spot of Yu-Gi-Oh that makes the most sense to me. And for me, that is playing the game via like my Blue Eyes stuff. That has been so successful. Anything I've done with Blue Eyes has been such a huge success. People love the Blue Eyes stuff, man. People love my Seto Kaiba jacket. Like, they just vibe on that, and I love that. I like that. So we'll keep rolling with that. And then the other stuff that does really, really well is collector stuff. Anytime I've like done any type of like old, or like, you know, not even old, but like this, like doing the speed duel stuff, like the Battle City ones, they did so well because they're old school Yu-Gi-Oh. They're like, it's everyone that knows Yu-Gi-Oh can relate to it. They can open up like, wow, I used to watch the anime, and like, holy shit, I remember Merrick and Joey and going at it. I remember My Valentine, and I remember these cards, and Jinzo, like, you know what I mean? Like, people vibe on that stuff, even if you don't play the game anymore. So many people watch that type of video because it's just nostalgic. It's fun, right? And that's like, I love that. And that's the part of Yu-Gi-Oh that is most special to me, is that like that nostalgic hit of dopamine of just like, man, it used to be so cool, and I remember these cards and this card, and it's like, yeah. And that's where like there's a big problem with Yu-Gi-Oh right, like in the modern era, is like you can't translate that over to children or younger audiences now, because it's so hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh now. It's so hard to teach a child how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I've tried myself. I've tried to teach a number of like my nephews and like their friends, like other people, and I've like other people's children as well, like how to play, and it's so difficult. Some of them get it, but like most in general, like it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. And it's completely comprehensible to a child, but it's just very hard in comparison to like what it used to be. You know, like if you teach like a 10-year-old how to play Edison format, very easy in comparison to modern Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And then also, like you said, the lack of an anime is also big. The lack of an anime does also get the younger audience out of the picture, because they're not watching a show. Like, that's what kept me in Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, other than my friends, was the show. Like, watching the show every Saturday and be like, man, I want to be like these guys. I want these cards, you know? that was like, that was it, you know. And yeah, John, exactly same thing. When I taught my crap, I'm sure. I was trying to teach my nephew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. It was like he was like getting the modern, but it was like not clicking all the way. It was like it's too much, too many steps, too many things, combos, blah blah blah. But then as soon as I gave him an Edison deck, he was having a blast. He was having a blast. That's the Yu-Gi-Oh I remember, Toki says. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.